Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to more Rocket League news. I hope you guys all enjoy some huge stories out there, the first of which revolving around Keemstar. I never thought I would say Rocket League and Keemstar, although I did mention this a couple many weeks ago. He actually talked about Rocket League, the potential of the future for that esport, and he has now taken to Twitter once again, guys, apparently going to be hosting events sometime soon once his schedule is clear, and this is in huge news for Rocket League in general. If you guys are here a couple days ago, we talked about this. DreamHack just announced their 4-circuit event. It's going to be 4 events, actually $100,000 each, for a grand total of $400,000 in prize pools throughout 2019. And now this, if you guys do know his history running events, he has done a very good job of doing so. He really took off the Friday Fortnite theme before, of course, Summer Skirmish and Fall Skirmish, as well as other skirmish, and other Fortnite organizers kind of took over the weekend. Friday's a pretty popular day out there, so that's why that series did come to an end. Nonetheless, though, that did see great success, bringing streamers and YouTubers all together alike. If he'll do similar things like that in the Rocket League scene, or just bring together pro players, I am generally very excited to see what the future of this might hold. He does a very good job in terms of promoting a lot of events out there, not only Fortnite as well as Realm Royale, and apparently now Rocket League, guys, are all in Keemstar's future, which I am very excited for. Nonetheless, guys, I think there are very few things that can go wrong here. This is only spelling out positives for the future of Rocket League. On top of that, of course, progression updates being the only big update today. There was, of course, a brand new patch. Besides that, though, progression-wise was the only thing I really saw anything really notable in the actual patch notes. If you guys do know, match bonuses are now not 50, but actually 100, and those match bonuses can now be spread across 3 match wins per day instead of 2 match wins per day. Alongside that, guys, you now, in a huge update, actually get points per touch of the ball. It's a maximum of 1 touch per second, but you now get 2 points for every single touch, which is a huge update. And also on top of that, very lastly, guys, XP as well by 40% per second. So a huge buff for all of you guys going for your Rocket League tiers out there. And besides that, not too big of an update, but nonetheless, thanks to Psyonix. And so for all of you guys attempting to get those tiers, unlock whatever it may be, well, best of luck. You now received a huge buff. Now, besides that, of course, this past weekend, guys, ELeague Cup 2018 was won actually in astonishing fashion. We have now solidified ourselves pretty much 5 top teams in the world, maybe 3 to 4 top teams in the world, a triangle, a trifecta, maybe even a quad of teams who can beat one team and then lose to another. It was absolutely amazing to see where we're currently at in Rocket League. It is very surprising because one of the best teams in the world is still unsigned. That, of course, being We Dem Girls, guys, WDG, now your ELeague 2018 Cup champions, and they do so in very surprising fashion. I think many people out there predicted Cloud9 or Dignitas, maybe NRG. I don't think WDG was on many people's minds, especially my own. When it came to defensively, and even throughout this tournament, guys, defensively, they are still not a sound team, but offensively, these guys just click, and it was amazing to watch these guys play. And even throughout group play, we almost saw some opening upsets. Cloud9 almost losing to PSG in a very close series, at least one overtime matchup there. Alongside that, though, NRG making their way through Chiefs. We also had, of course, NRG taking down Cloud9. They're one of your first teams to qualify. Then their losers bracket, it's actually Cloud9 dealing with the Chiefs quite handily. So we knew right away, Group A, Cloud9, NRG, your 2 favorite teams, and definitely earned their spots in playoffs. The other side of the bracket, though, a brand new story. It was actually, if there was any team here who deserved really to go through, a team who going into it, we knew Yukio would be a cornerstone of that team. If he does well, the team does well. I don't think he did poorly. I don't think any of the guys did poorly. When it comes down to these close Game 7 matchups, eventually it comes down to, of course, your head-on-head and skill. There is some luck involved here, and they, unfortunately enough, guys, throughout 14 of their games, they played 2 series, both went to Game 7. They actually had 8 overtimes throughout those 14 games. Unfortunately enough, they fall short of Dignitas in the upper bracket. They fall short of WDG in the lower bracket. And again, very close series, very flip-floppy. They could have gone either way, and they certainly could have gone through, especially against WDG, of course, who go on to win the tournament itself. In that series, guys, it went to map 7. 3 of the 4 wins for WDG were in overtime. So again, remember, these series go back and forth, and unfortunately enough for Flipside Tactics, still a top team in the world. I would certainly put them top 5. They do not go through to the playoffs here. They do not place top 4 here, but again, it's actually WDG alongside Dignitas. No big surprises. Again, of the teams you would put through, they'd definitely be 2 of the 3, that being WDG and Dignitas, but Flipside certainly deserved to be there. And of course, it was in playoffs, guys. Cloud9 continuing their reign over Dignitas. This is now 3 straight 4-1 wins in best of 7s against Dignitas, who I would say almost look emotionally shattered. It is amazing to see a team who is certainly, of course, at one point the 2-time RLCS champions, now losing 3 straight best of 7 series in dominant fashion to Cloud9, and it was amazing to see them. And on top of that, guys, WDG taking down NRG, I would say quite handily as well. And the finals, even more one-sided as well. It's WDG taking your defending RLCS champions down in Cloud9, and there is no better fashion to prove themselves as a top 3, obviously a top 5, even possibly a top 3 team in the world. world. I still am amazed right now at the level of talent though throughout this entire tournament. Players like Torment also went off, looked absolutely amazing. I would say Cloud9 certainly looked strong as ever. Just when you match up against WDG and they go off against you offensively as they did, there's no stopping it. Yes, they may lack defense, but when these guys go off, when they click like ELeague did, he earned the MVP of the entire tournament, guys. Every single series, this guy was a presence offensively as well as on defense. The amount of saves this guy had, but again, we're looking at a threat like this team WDG. When these guys go off, they look almost unstoppable. But either way, guys, they're your ELeague Cup champions, and we now have 3 teams at least you can involve in this triangle right now, that being Cloud9, Dignitas, WDG. A team like Cloud9, they can beat Dignitas, but they can't really beat WDG. WDG, We Dem Girls does very well against Cloud9, and then you can of course go vice versa, right? Dignitas can't seem to beat Cloud9, but they can beat WDG. That's the trifecta right now. You throw in teams like Flipside, you throw in teams like NRG. We have so many good teams in Rocket League right now. We are in a great place. Keemstar might be joining. I never thought I'd say that. Tournaments are on fire for 2019. All we wait for now, guys, is RLCS Season 7. What will the prize pool be? As always, my name is Jake. I hope you guys all enjoy. I'll see you back here in a couple days as we approach our next Rocket League tournament. And until then, I'll see you then.